The trick of Idris alayhi salam on Azrael. Idris alayhi salam said, "I have always had one wish. Can you let me taste death?" Azrael alayhi salam asked, "What will you gain by tasting the pain of death?" Idris alayhi salam, who had a very high rank in servitude to Allah, replied, "If I taste the pain of death when I return to this world, I will never sleep again, and I will always worship Allah." Azrael alayhi salam said, "Let me ask my Lord." When Allah gave permission for this, Azrael alayhi salam made Idris alayhi salam taste the pain of death, and then, by Allah's permission, brought him back to life. When Idris alayhi salam opened his eyes, Azrael alayhi salam asked, "How was the pain of death?" Idris alayhi salam said, "This is nothing like what I had read. It is such a terrifying and dreadful state." In narrations, Idris alayhi salam described it like this: "Just as a sheep's skin is pulled off while it is alive, death is such a moment." Then Idris alayhi salam continued, "O angel of death, I have another request. Can you fulfill it?" Azrael alayhi salam said, "Go ahead." Idris alayhi salam said, "Show me hell." Azrael alayhi salam said, "All right, but let me ask my Lord, but why do you want to see hell?" Idris alayhi salam replied, "If I see hell, my worship will increase even more." Then Allah gave permission. When Azrael alayhi salam brought Idris alayhi salam to hell, the guards of hell came to the gate and asked, "Who are you?" Azrael alayhi salam said, "I am Azrael." The angels of hell began to tremble and asked, "Why have you come with fear of death?" Azrael alayhi salam said, "Allah sent us. I came with Idris alayhi salam. Open the gate just a little for us." Then the angels opened the gate only as wide as the eye of a needle. At that moment, Idris alayhi salam fainted from the terrifying sounds, the heat he felt, the cries and the fire inside. When he woke up, he said, "This state is far more terrifying than anything I had read or known." The entry of Idris alayhi salam into paradise and his stay there. Idris alayhi salam continued, "O angel of death, I have one more request. Can you fulfill it?" Azrael alayhi salam again said, "Go ahead." Idris alayhi salam asked, "This time, can you show me paradise?" Azrael alayhi salam said, "Let me ask my Lord for permission." When Allah gave permission, Azrael alayhi salam said, "O Prophet of Allah, good news. You are already among the people of paradise. You are among the most honorable of the prophets. Soon you will enter paradise anyway. But right now, what is the need?" Idris alayhi salam said, "This is what I ask from you. I want to see it. Let my desire and longing for paradise grow even stronger. My Lord has already given permission. Come on, take me there." So they came to the gate of paradise. Azrael alayhi salam and Idris alayhi salam greeted Ridwan alayhi salam, the angel responsible for the gates of paradise, and the other angels with him. The angels asked, "Who are you?" Azrael alayhi salam replied, "I am the angel of death." The angels began trembling in fear and asked, "Have you received an order about us, Master?" Azrael alayhi salam said, "No, I have not received an order. Allah's prophet Idris has come. He wants to see paradise. We have received permission from Allah. Open the gate so that he may see." The angels opened the gate, and Idris alayhi salam saw paradise. When he felt its coolness, smelled its beautiful scents, and saw its rivers, his heart became attached to it. He said, "Let us enter and eat some fruit and drink its water. Then my desire for paradise will grow even more, and I will increase my worship." Then Idris alayhi salam entered, ate from its fruits, and drank from its rivers. Azrael alayhi salam said, "Come on, it's time to leave. Let's go back. Allah will already bring you into paradise on the day of judgment together with the prophets. For now, this is enough." But Idris alayhi salam grabbed onto a branch of a tree and said, "I will not leave. Even if you try, I will fight you." Azrael alayhi salam was surprised and said to Allah, "O my Lord, I do not have that much authority. He wants to resist me. What should I do?" Allah said, "Appoint one of the angels as a judge between you and enter into a trial. Both of you present your evidence." Azrael alayhi salam asked Idris alayhi salam, "What evidence will you present to me?" Idris alayhi salam said, "I will bring evidence from the verses." He continued, "The judgment of Allah is that every soul shall taste death. I have already tasted death, and the people of paradise will say, we will never die again. In the world, there is only one death, and I have already experienced it. Is there any verse that says Allah kills his servant twice?" Azrael alayhi salam replied, "No." Idris alayhi salam continued, "Allah also says, there is none among you except that he will pass by hell. I have already passed by it. And he says, they shall never be removed from paradise. Now I have entered paradise. Once entered, there is no leaving. This is Allah's decree. Because of these evidences, I will not leave." Azrael alayhi salam asked Allah, "O my Lord, what should I answer him?" Allah said, "My servant Idris has defeated you. By my glory and majesty, I knew with my eternal knowledge about his death, and I tied his death to the moment he experienced it with you. I also wrote in eternity that he would enter paradise with you now, and it was already decreed and destined that he would not leave. O angel of death, leave him there. My servant Idris entered paradise by my command, and by my command he shall never leave." And thus, Idris alayhi salam settled in paradise. He is one of the 4 prophets mentioned by name in the Quran. In Surah Maryam, verses 56 to 57, it says, "And mention in the book Idris. Surely he was a man of truth, a prophet, and we raised him to a high place." Maryam 56 to 57. The expression in the Quran, "Rafa'ahu Allahu makanan aliyan," Allah raised him to a high place, has been interpreted by many scholars to mean that his soul and body were both raised to the heavens and that he is still alive. In some authentic hadiths, it is narrated that Idris met the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam on the night of Mi'raj in the 4th heaven. Then we ascended to the 4th heaven. There I saw Idris. The angel said, "Welcome, O righteous brother, O righteous prophet." Bukhari, Muslim, Iman, 259. This hadith is seen as one of the clearest evidences that he is still alive. Commentators like Imam Qurtubi and Imam Tabari also state that Idris's life continued after being taken up to the heavens like Isa, and that he will remain alive until the Day of Judgment. Said Nursi in his book Shu'ala, while explaining the levels of life, writes about Idris, "Some individuals who are at the 3rd level of life were raised to the heavens with their bodies and live free from the constraints of time and space. Idris and Isa are in this level. Their life is connected to ours and concerned with our world." Shu'ala, levels of life. What he means here is that they are not dead, but live in another dimension, with their soul and body together in a barzakh-like life. Being free from time and space, they can sometimes appear to people without being recognized. This also points to this level. In Islamic sources, there is also a story narrated from Salama and mentioned in many tafsirs. Idris was a friend of the angel of death. He said to him, "Show me paradise and hell." When the angel of death showed him both, Idris was raised alive to the heavens. This story suggests that Idris was elevated not just spiritually, but physically, with both his soul and body.